I'm Ryan Kruger. Enough is enough. That's the message from community leaders after a series of deadly shootings recently in DeKalb County. New Birth Missionary Baptist Church hosted this prayer vigil at Stonecrest Mall. That's the site of a deadly shooting less than 2 weeks ago. As they held their hands up in prayer, they looked for guidance and inspiration, vowing to end this streak of violence so close to their homes.
We felt like we had a moral responsibility to let our light shine outside of the sanctuary and let it be seen in the streets.
The road to the Democratic nomination for president will go through Georgia. The fifth primary debate will be held somewhere in the state on November 20th. So far, 8 candidates qualifying to take the stage. Former gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams, who has been pushing for a Georgia debate, telling 11 Alive she's thrilled. Abrams recently releasing a playbook on how Democrats can win the 2020 presidential election, naming Georgia as an important battleground state.
The White House, in a letter to Democrats, is making it clear they will not cooperate in what they consider an illegitimate investigation, this impeachment inquiry. Democrats say that's proving their point, that the president and his administration are obstructing justice by not cooperating. This all came after Gordon Sondland, the EU ambassador, was blocked from speaking to lawmakers voluntarily. Now he's been subpoenaed to testify and turn over documents, namely emails and texts from his cell phone, next week.